Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you're all well. Hope it was a great weekend. It was a great weekend on my end here. We've got a lot of exciting things to discuss. I'm happy to have the opportunity to be here, visiting with you and going through what I believe very comfortably is certainly an industry shifting project. cfX is, we're approaching, if we haven't just passed 18 months old. And we're dealing with some very, very interesting technology in the Forex space. So if you're new to the Forex space, this is something that I think you're going to find very appealing. But if you have no previous experience in the Forex space, rest assured that this is a platform that you can use with confidence and with comfort. There's no reason to worry that you don't have any significant understanding of the Forex market. You'll have an opportunity to learn those things with the release of coming products. And of course, this is really meant to be very much a hands-off product. So this is something that you'll be able to use with comfort, whether you got experience in the next space or not. So before we dive too far into things, let's first of all make it very clear what we're here to do. This is a presentation that's designed for new individuals that have maybe perhaps just started using the cfX platform, or perhaps you're here as a guest and you have no prior experience in the platform at all, and you're essentially looking to vet the project. And this is one of those steps in your vetting process. Regardless of which group you're in, welcome. What we're going to do is give you an opportunity also through the chat function of Zoom to communicate with members that perhaps have been using this platform for a longer period of time, do have a few more runs under their belt or success through experience over time, and you'll have an opportunity to hear from them. And this will really help you in your process. So you're not just getting information from me, but you're also getting information from others that have been successfully using this cfX platform. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that success in the global Forex marketplace is only a few mouse clicks away. Now, to make this statement a true statement, obviously, there's a great deal of expertise, money, time, and energy that's going into the development of this platform. And so before we dive into the details of what those things are and who's behind them, let's watch a very short video together. This is about 90 seconds long.
This year, we are seeing the dream of financial freedom being pushed further and further away for millions of people. Record business closures and massive global layoffs are pushing people's budgets to the breaking point and having a dramatic effect on their quality of life. Many people are being forced to survive on credit, paying today's bills with tomorrow's wages. This is a guaranteed path to financial disaster. Are you currently enjoying the lifestyle that you're working so hard to achieve? In contrast to these statistics, the wealthiest of our populations increase their net worth year after year, and they're able to accelerate their wealth during economic downturns. How is this possible? Financially experienced people put wealth-building principles to work for them, rather than trading their time for a wage. In the following video, we'll introduce you to two of these powerful principles and show you how you can get them working for you right away. At cfX, we believe the opportunity to create financial abundance is the right of every person. A better life can begin now. Start your journey with us today. It will be the most empowering change you've ever made.
Now, there's a few things that were discussed in that video that are very important. One of course, is that the founders of the platform believe it is the right of all individuals, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your socioeconomic situation, regardless of your skill set or your education, to create financial abundance for yourself. And we all firmly believe in that. In fact, I think most of the members of the platform would also echo those words themselves. And there are strategies that one can use to certainly facilitate and in fact accelerate that type of result. And that's some of the financial principles that we talked about in that video. We're going to dive into those with a little more depth as well during the course of the presentation. So before we do any more of that, let's first of all discuss the two industries with which cfX has a very significant footprint. And the first, of course, on the left-hand side of the screen is the e-learning industry. You've been hearing for a long time now about the cfX Academy. This is Academy that was, it really is the calling card of the company, and it's something that's getting a great deal of attention right now. I know we're all anticipating the launch of the Academy. Obviously, we'll get into the more specifics about it and what it's going to entail and who it's meant to assist. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see really some dollar volume numbers, statistics in regards to the global Forex market. The reason the global Forex market is such a key and integral part of cfX really is it's the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. And so what it does is it creates a situation where not only can tens of thousands and more members participate from the trading activity that cfX is involved in, but yourself, if that's something that you're comfortable doing, and while you're certainly not obligated to do that, this is the reason that we can continue to support such an aggressively growing group of users, is because it's really of the immensity of the global Forex market. And we're going to dive into a few more statistics about that Forex market right now. Daily average traded volume really is a number that many people have a tough time wrapping their head around. $5.3 trillion. $5.3 trillion in daily traded volume. Just to give you a sense of how much money that is, there is what's commonly individuals like yourself and myself that trade part-time or even full-time from your computer at home. There's more than about 90 million. It's a population of a pretty significantly sized country. 90 million retail traders approximately that trade around the world. Now consider just for a moment hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars or more that are in all of those 90 million traded accounts. Add those all together, obviously it would be a number in the billions of dollars. And that represents about 5.5% of that. That's how large the global Forex market is. From central banks and multinational corporations and banking infrastructure, governments all around the world, it's absolutely massive. Historically proven to be recession-proof as well. This is a very significant advantage when it comes to the global Forex market. Now, some evidence of that. Let's take this as our first opportunity for guests to communicate with members that have been involved in the platform for some time. Those of you who have been using the Forex platform, cfX specifically, for all of 2020. So you started in January, COVID, obviously, all the way through to this most recent month of January 2021. So a full year under your belt. If you have that length that you've been using the platform and you can verify that you've seen positive trading results week after week after week using the platform, go ahead and type a 1 in the chat right now. I think that would be advantageous for those individuals who are looking to do some vetting and hearing from members with a little more experience. Greatly appreciated there. Also, great deal of flexibility with risk management. This is critically important. And in fact, as phase 2 starts to become accessible to all members, you're going to start learning even more about the flexibility with risk management. More importantly, the risk management strategies that cfX and their algorithms are specifically using to protect themselves and, of course, protect us and our assets as well. Also, leveraging and compounding. Now, these are two of those financial principles that we've talked about as the day market. You can both leverage and compound in this space. And this is a 5-day per week market. So weekends are closed. But once the Asian markets open, which would be Sunday night for North America, and then, of course, the New York markets close 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is well into the evening and, in fact, into Saturday for Asia. You've got 5 consecutive trading days. And then the weekends typically, the weekends always are off in the Forex market. All right, so let's talk specifically about why the platform is for. As far as the development, really, those of you who haven't had an opportunity to speak with the owners directly, and many of you have, whether it was at an event in Panama or in presentations or perhaps even one-on-one phone calls you may have made with them, you learned very quickly that this was a technology, this trading tech that they have been in possession of, in fact, developed years prior to the launch of cfX. So this was something they were all very familiar with doing before the cfX, to bring a simple but consistent and reliable solution to individuals perhaps who don't have time or don't have the interest in developing skills in the Forex market themselves. This really was the purpose of the platform. So this is an opportunity for individuals to add some income to each month without having to spend the countless hours or perhaps tens of thousands of dollars and more in courses or with trial and error trading because it's actually going to be done by experts on their behalf. The positioning, we're going to focus when we talk about this base. So you're not going to see a room full of 50, 75, 100 traders all in front of a terminal. They focus more on technology. And we're going to talk about that technology in just a couple of minutes as well. But before we do any of that, I'd like to introduce you to the gentlemen behind the platform. So these are gentlemen that I met when I was first exposed to this, when this was first shared to me. In fact, I requested to get on a phone call with them because, as we all know, there are many platforms that come and go and come and go. And I felt the best way for me to get a sense of what kind of a fighting long term would be to speak with them directly. And I have to admit that as I spent more time speaking with them directly, I started to become more comfortable, more confident in their skills, not only to run a business, but also to run the trading operations that they've been doing Monday to Friday ever since the platform first launched, which was in July of 2019. So we've been running for quite a while now, but not quite as long as I first indicated, not since 19, whatever. Anyway, Edwin is the gentleman that I first operation. He's the gentleman that really brought all the trading tech to his business partner, Oscar Lopez, who, when he finally had an opportunity to sit down with Edwin, has to admit himself that he was duly impressed with what he was seeing Edwin and his team do. And as I mentioned earlier, this is something they were doing before the cfX platform existed. So this is not a hastily thrown together product to facilitate a product-based need for a company. Not at all. It's quite the opposite, in fact. The technology for the trading was working very effectively for a group of traders around Edwin, and quite a while before cfX existed. This was really important to me because I have used trading platforms in the past where the marketing, let's just say, was far more enthusiastic, and the actual deliverance of the product paled in comparison to the materials that I was reading or videos that I was watching. So I have had those personal experiences, and that's why speaking with these gentlemen in person was critically important to me. Offices. Now, I know many of you have attempted to go down to Panama and actually tour these facilities, but you've been unable to. It's because they're not open yet. COVID, unfortunately, this is one of the areas that it hit us, slapped us pretty hard with the closing of ports and really delaying something that we've all been looking forward to. Now, I can tell you that there are probably people on this call, myself included, that did have an opportunity to tour this floor with the computer terminals in place, but none of the other decor was in place. That said, the interior design team that was selected, A, that created these interior design graphics, and B, was going to be doing all the build out, representation from the team was there as well. They showed us around the space to what was eventually going to be ultimately the core operating facility for cfX. Now, one day when this is finished, this is going to be an open door policy for all of you. And as an extension to that, any face-to-face meetings, any events that we ever have probably are all going to continue to be in the Caribbean area, whether it's in Central America and Panama specifically, or somewhere in that vicinity, some wonderful resort. We had one, as you know, pre-COVID that was planned for a 5-star resort in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana. There's a small airport right into Punta Cana, and the resort was very, very close. So this would have been something where individuals that were leaving, heading back home to Asia or heading back home to Africa or to North America, perhaps, or Europe, could make a small stop and pop into the Panama office as well. So this will probably always be the case moving forward. The last I've spoken with the owners of the company, it is absolutely still their intention to be a live event company. So all of us have an opportunity to meet each other, talk about the success that we've been having, and meet principals involved with the platform and so on moving forward. Obviously, there are many more exciting product launches to come, and those things probably will be all laid out and revealed in live events. So probably the slide that most of you are most interested in, that's specifically how cfX is doing what they're doing. So if you take a look at the last sentence in the paragraph on the right-hand side of your screen, it says, our team of professionals has extensive experience in both Forex trading and EA design and management. Now, where this becomes very important, first of all, you need to understand that they own all of their own tech. Everything is proprietary. I know that many of you have been asking for behind the scenes look at exactly how and what they've been doing on the trading space. And often we hear Waskar and Edwin talk about proprietary tech. However, We know that when phase 2 of the platform, which is copy trading for all, becomes available, as most of you know, if you have a little bit of trading experience with copy trading, all of you will actually have your own personal record of every single trade that your capital was involved in. Now, your capital is not leaving your brokerage account. This is something that obviously has not launched yet, but we will expect to see this roll out for all members. Listen, I don't want to put words in the owner's mouth, but let's just say let's enthusiastically hope for the end of Q1 for anyone who wants to be participating in copy trading to be able to do so. Now, once you are, whether it's Q1 or Q2, that's quarter 1 or quarter 2, you will have a total record of every single trade that your capital is involved in. And that's a huge advantage for you. So you can see exactly how their tech is doing what it's doing. Now, remember, in copy trading, there's still nothing that you need to be involved in yourself. You're not entering any data. You simply have a brokerage account, and that brokerage account operates based on a connection that you've allowed with the EA. That's the trading technology that cfX owns and operates. Now, EA is an abbreviation for expert advisor. Expert advisors are what has been used since day one, more than 18 months ago. And in fact, it was what was being developed by Edwin's team prior to cfX even coming to existence. All right, short video for you. I think the cfX Academy probably is one of those anticipated products, I would say, as much as copy trading is. While many members are enthusiastically looking forward to having a complete record of all the trades that their capital is involved in, likewise, I know that all of you are looking forward to at least having the opportunity to go through this curriculum in detail, but especially those of you who perhaps are interested in learning to be involved in the actual trading operations on a semi-manual basis, making some decisions for yourself, entering some data for yourself. Likewise, the owners of the company also know that there are some of you that are interested, in fact, actually learning how to trade completely from start to finish on your own. So actually making proper decisions, reading charts yourself, and actually executing trades on your own. This is a skill set, of course, you'll be able to take anywhere in the world and manage yourself. So the plan for cfX always has been, as it was initially introduced to me, a full service platform. Now, the opportunity for those of you who would like to be more involved in the process, of course, comes with the release of the Academy. As most of you know, the release of the Academy has been greatly delayed, very significantly. We first were supposed to see the Academy being released in full not quite a year ago. It was April of 2020. And of course, April of 2020, exactly the same thing happened to us as did with the office location and COVID. So what we've done is we've made a little bit of a transition as far as the Academy goes for members. You saw in that video, there were actually samples of the original modules with a gentleman in a gray jacket. He was to be speaking to the camera with graphics over his shoulders, very similar to a news or weather report. And that was how the Academy curriculum was going to be revealed to you. Well, what's had to change, of course, with actors and actresses not being able to move around, especially in those early COVID months, is we've gone to a full graphic approach. Now, it probably, you've heard me say this before, will be a bit of a blessing in disguise when all is said and done, because it'll be easier for us to translate the Academy curriculum into multiple languages with graphics only, rather than having to hire male or female actors and actresses in dozens of different languages. Ultimately, when it is released to you, it's going to be broken down into 3 primary series: the Elemental Series, Advanced Professional Series, and the Supreme Series. And it's through the development of these 3 series that your skills, your understanding of the Forex market will also develop. Now, rest assured, if you are going to be someone that's happily using the automated side of copy trading, you have the option, of course, of going through and ingesting all of this information for perhaps future use. or it's maybe something that you choose not to do. It's entirely up to you and your level of interest in trading for yourself. Rest assured, though, there's going to be a great deal of time and energy put into making sure that those of you who really want to develop those skills are getting information that you can count on, information that's been proven effective from individuals that actually know how to consistently earn in the global Forex market. So a very significant undertaking, to say the very least. Now, how you will access that curriculum? Well, what you see in front of you now is something called the Trading Pack Ladder. The very first trading pack starts at $300 US. That's step number one on the ladder. Step number two would be $500 US. Step number three would be $1,000 US, etc., and so forth. And so each of the three series we talked about, this being the Elemental series, has 5 steps on the ladder. Now, there's 3 lines of text next to each one of those trade package icons. The first is Academy Pack. We just finished talking about the Academy. So when you select a trade package, it's important to understand that immediately 30% of the value of that trade package is earmarked as a product sale. This is critically important, especially in the longevity of cfX, as it seeks to make sure that it's operating exactly how it needs to be operating in jurisdictions around the world. In other words, a product sale must happen for this business to run properly. And in fact, it's through a product sale that any kind of sharing bonuses that we'll talk about later on go out to the field, not through trading results themselves. Of course, for that to be cfX members and the company itself, all members would have to have securities licenses. And of course, I've never seen a platform that's ever accomplished that. So there is a proper way of structuring the product and how bonuses are fed to the field through product sales and not through trading earnings. Okay, very important, a very important distinction to know right from the very beginning. The other thing you'll notice from the mathematics is that it's 30% of the value of any and all trade packages that are earmarked to the product sale. For example, take a look at that very first trade package, $300, which 30% of $300, $90. Take a look at the $2,000 trade package, 2K, 30% of 2K, $600. Now, if you choose to start anywhere but the first trade package, when you start, for example, at $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, you're going to receive the trade pack access, the academy curriculum, the university curriculum for that trade pack that you started, and of course, everything that precedes it. So when you look at $2,000, for example, that $600 for the academy pack is including the 2K trade package, but it's also including 1K and $500 and $300. And that way, wherever you choose to start, you'll have access to everything up until the trade package that you chose to get involved with. Likewise with the advanced series, this is the next 5 steps on the ladder: $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000. Now, in each one of these, you can see there's 3 lines of text again, and the top line says Academy Pack, and it's 30% of the value of each one of those trade packages. Now, the line below that says Trade Pool Deposit. So this is the balance, the 70% remaining of the trade package value that's actually going to go to work for you in the global Forex market using the technology that we've been talking about for the beginning half of this presentation. And then the last line that you'll see as we open up the last 5 steps of the trade package ladder, the very last line you see is the leadership program. Now, the leadership program is a bit of a tip to the rewards or the sharing bonuses that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is the numbers after leadership program are 50% of the value of the trade pack. So a 30K, for example, 30K trade pack has 15,000 leadership program points. A $50,000 trade pack has 25,000 leadership program points. Now, the other thing is very important for you to understand. From the time this was first designed by the owners of the platform, it was their intention that all of us as members have the opportunity to climb this trade package ladder using gains that we're experiencing from their technology, from their trading activity. And many of you have been doing exactly that since you first got involved. So what I would like to do is a second opportunity for members to communicate with new members or guests. If you don't mind going into the chat now and letting our guests know where you first started on the trade package ladder and where you are currently on the trade package ladder and how long it's taken for you in that particular journey. And that's going to also, I think, be valuable information because guests, some of our members choose to participate in cfX purely as customers. They get involved, they take advantage of the trading product, and they slowly climb that trade package ladder using trading gains exclusively. And that's completely fine. And you're going to notice in some of the increments that the members are sharing with you in the chat, who is sharing the platform and accelerating at a more rapid pace than others that choose to simply be customers and allow the technology to do its thing and climb the trade package ladder over time. Here's the most important thing though. Every single member, whether you choose to get involved as a customer or whether you choose to get involved and share the platform with others, all of you eventually should be climbing the trade package ladder up until 100,000 US dollars. Now, you do not need to do so. There's nothing mandatory about that. But if you do want to climb all the way up to a $100,000 trade pack and have $70,000 working for you in the global Forex market, this ladder is designed to assist you in doing just that. Okay, very important. Thanks very much for those of you who have been sharing in the chat. So this slide is simply designed to symbolize the transition from the product focus of the first half of this presentation to the shorter second half, which is based on squeezing every single dollar out of cfX. So the first option or the first focus that you see on the top of the page is something that we refer to as bear capital, B-E-A-R. Now, bear capital is something that's generally earned, well, it's earned by everybody, but it's earned by individuals that focus on being customers. So they purchase a trade package and they have no interest at all in sharing that information with anyone else. They simply want to watch daily trading gains roll in Monday to Friday. And they can absolutely do that. And what will happen as those daily trading gains roll in, they will start to earn. And they can, through bear capital, earn up to 2 times or 200% of the value of any trade package. Any one of those trade packages from $300 all the way up to $100,000, you can earn 2 times the value in bear capital. Likewise, in bull capital, you can also earn an additional 2 times. So that's a total of a potential of 4 times your starting position in the cfX trade package ladder. Now, bull capital is something that you earn when you share cfX with at least one other person. You can see all the bonuses in that paragraph that you start to access and open yourself up to. And at the bottom of the slide, you can see rank levels. And this is really where we get into the ranks that show you how to maximize full benefit of the sharing model that we're going to talk about right now. But before we get into too much detail, I want to give you a bit of an overview. Because if the overview doesn't make sense, well, the details are a waste of your time. So you'll see on the left-hand side of your screen, a $1,000 trade package icon. So this is representing somebody purchasing a $1,000 trade package. Now remember, you're going to see a 70-30 split, and this is going to help you understand the benefits of bear and bull. Okay, so first of all, bear at the top, this is every single member is going to benefit from 70% of the trade package value going to work in the global Forex market on their behalf. Now, 70% of a $1,000 trade package is $700. And you'll see the full value, the $1,000, that will grow to 2 times or 200% to ultimately $2,000 in bear gains, okay? On the bottom side, you'll see the optional participation of bull capital, and that is individuals that are choosing to share the platform with others. Now, first of all, where that money is coming from when they share is from the product sale we've discussed. So remember, every single trade package, 30% of the value is actually going to a product sale. So in this case, a $1,000 trade package is $300 product sale. And that would give you access eventually when the Academy is released to the $1,000 section of the Academy, the $500 section, and the $300 section. Okay? So that is ultimately paid out in the form of 2 bonuses. Half of it is going to a fast start bonus, and the other half is going to a unilevel bonus. And that can continue to accrue until you've reached 2 times or 200% the value of your starting trade package. In this case, you can see $2,000 is in potential maximum gains and another $2,000 in potential maximum gains for a total of $4,000. Now, there are 3 different options for every member when they reach this point. The first option is that they can choose to withdraw their gains. They'll pay a withdrawal fee when they do so. They can put the balance of their profits in their pocket, and they can walk away from the platform. And they move on to something else or whatever it happens to catch their eye. Or there is a second option, and that second option is that they can withdraw their gains, they can pay a withdrawal fee, and they can purchase another $1,000 trade package. And the benefit of doing so, of course, is they saw that it worked successfully the first time, so they can simply repeat that whole process. Now, the third option, and the one that we see most members choose, is they actually take the next step up the trade package ladder. So the next step in this case from a $1,000 trade package is a $2,000 trade package. Now, why would one want to do that? Well, very simply, if 70% of the value of your trade package is going to work for you in the market, and you're trading a $2,000 trade package, that means you're trading $1,400 versus $700. So it stands to reason your trading gains will be larger, which is absolutely true. And that's the reason all of our members in the chat, you can see, in fact, are all working to climb their way up to the top of that trade package ladder where they're getting the maximum trading gains per day. Now, on the bottom half side of the screen, you'll see that the two bonuses that you'll generate if you choose to share cfX with others, we're going to break those down into a little more detail. And we're also going to talk a little bit more about trading right now. So first of all, trading results. Now, many of you sometimes are asking questions because you're seeing guarantees written online or articles or blogs or posts, etc. There is no trading guarantee in cfX. And in fact, if you're ever exposed to a trading platform where you are offered a guaranteed fixed return, do yourself a favor and just turn around and walk away from that and don't spend a penny on it. There is no such thing as guaranteed trading in the Forex world. In fact, you can see that there is a disclaimer at the bottom of the slide that there is the global Forex market is risky. And so you only want to trade capital that you can afford to lose, because there are no such thing as guaranteed results anywhere in trading on any platform, whether it's a manual platform or a fully automated platform. Now, what you're seeing in front of you, this is a 15% cap. And often that's misread in some reviews of the platform. 15% cap means the most you will ever make in a single week is 15%. So if, for example, we have an extraordinary week, and we had some very, very big weeks when the platform first launched and pre-COVID, when we were going into the autumn of 2019 towards 2020, some incredible 11%, 11.5%, 12, even 12.5% weeks. So if we had an extraordinary week and hit 15%, let's say on a Thursday, what you would see for your trade results on Friday would be a zero, because the cap was reached and no more trading gains would be sent to you. The company is going to hold back anything beyond 15%, which is pretty reasonable considering how large 15% is in a single trading week. It's a monumental trading success. Now, the way the trading works very simply is that all winning trades and all losing trades at the end of a trading day are added together. Now, you don't see all of the winners and all the losers by detail, by numbers. What you see at the end of each trading day is all of those things being added together minus the service fee that cfX charges on behalf of all the professionals working behind the scenes. So all of the trade results added together for the day, service fee taken off, and then the balance is your share of that amount divided by the number of members participating in the total platform. So if, for example, we had a 1.25% trading result for the day, every single member would be receiving 1.25% based on the capital that they're trading. There's no skewed results. There's no pay to play. These are things you also need to be watching for. Typically, if you ever see a platform that is enticing you to spend more money in offering you the potential for larger trading gains, again, do yourself a favor and turn around and walk away from that platform. Pay to play, not only is it not legal, it's not moral, and there should be no reason why members that spend more are earning more while members that spend less don't have that same capacity to earn. It's just not fair and it's not correct. Okay, so even results right across the board for everyone, hence your motivation to climb the trade package ladder if that's something you choose to do. Now, let's talk a little bit about those two bonuses that you receive for sharing. First of all, a lot of members ask why cfX has bonuses in the first place, why an MLM was even attached to this? Why did the owners want to take on the burden of launching an MLM, considering how much attention MLMs get around the world and some of the challenges that also, and all the hard work that goes with MLMs? Well, the answer was very simple. We are dealing with, and some of you know this personally from speaking to the owners of the platform, we're dealing with individuals that have been incredibly successful over their professional careers, and their passion and their focus really was creating an avenue for anyone and everyone who wanted to create a little more money at the end of the month using automated trading technology that they're very, very proud of. Now, remember all the hard work that goes into managing and maintaining that trading tech. So this is the reason that the Fast Start bonus exists, and it's also the reason that the Unilevel bonus exists. But don't forget, the company also does just fine as well. Thank you very much. Remember that service fee that comes right off the top of every single trading day. So the larger the trading volumes are getting, the larger the amounts of money traded, the larger the amounts of members using the platform, the more the company benefits, as well as the members, as well as those of you who get the extra benefits for sharing. So now let's define these bonuses for you. Okay, remember, these bonuses coming from an actual product sale. That's the Academy product. 30% of that of the value of every trade pack. In other words, 100% of the Academy sale is being broken into two bonuses. And in fact, that's why you see the word or the number 50% ahead of this bonus. The other 50% is the next bonus you'll see. That's 100% of the product sale. So if that's half, this is half of 30% of the value of every trade pack. Some very simple mathematics for you. Half of 30% is 15%. So if a friend of yours gets involved with a trade package for $1,000, as we used in the previous example 2 slides ago, a $1,000 trade package, 15% of that is $150. And that's what you would receive as a Fast Start bonus. But here's where the Fast Start bonus gets really interesting. Not only are you going to receive that Fast Start bonus the one time when your friend gets involved, but if they choose to climb the trade package ladder with many other members, every single time they make another step up, you're going to earn another Fast Start bonus. Let me give you an example. Climbing from $1,000 to $2,000 in the trade package ladder is a jump of $1,000. That's another $150 for you. When they're climbing from $3,000 to $5,000, well, that's a jump of $2,000, which would make you a $300 Fast Start bonus, 15% of $2,000. When they jump from $5,000 to $7,000, it's another $2,000 jump. When they jump from $20,000 to $30,000, well, that's a $10,000 jump. That's a $1,500 Fast Start bonus for you. And you'll continue to earn these Fast Start bonuses all the way through their climbing this trade package ladder, which makes this a very exciting bonus for anyone who's receiving it. Now, the second bonus is not an individual bonus. Obviously, the Fast Start bonus is individual. Only you, only the sponsor are receiving that bonus. The second bonus is team-based. And so some of those financial principles we talked about in that first 90-second video, one of them being leverage, the ability to leverage yourself, which is something that's critically important in being able to grow an income beyond your ability of simply trading time for money. Be able to leverage yourself. It's very important. This is a bonus that you're going to be able to benefit from many, many, many people involved, not just one person getting involved. And I'll show you how it works. First of all, remember, this is the other half of the money that came from the product sale, the Academy access, okay? That's why it says 50%. So levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are automatically unlocked when you join. Now remember, anyone that you personally refer to cfX is going to join you on level 1. You personally refer 3 people, you have 3 teams started on level 1. If you personally refer 5, well, you've got 5 unique teams started on your level 1. If you personally refer 25, you've got 25 unique teams all started on your level 1. Where does it go from there? Well, when those friends choose to share the platform with someone else, they're adding people to their level 1, which is your level 2. And so as this continues to organically grow, you'll see level 3 become populated and level 4 become populated and level 5 become populated and so on and so forth. That's it. Very simple stuff. Okay. Now, where does the money come from? Ultimately, we talked about the 50% of the product sale, that's the money that feeds this bonus. So let's talk about where you're getting or how you're getting paid from this bonus specifically. First of all, levels 1, 2, 3 are unlocked. 4 are unlocked, as I mentioned. When you reach the rank of executive, and we'll talk about how to hit these ranks in just a couple of moments. Executive unlocks levels 5 and 6, and those are 20% payout levels. Manager unlocks levels 7 and 8. Director unlocks level 9. And President's Club unlocks level 10. Now, 4 levels times 10%, 2 levels times 20%, and 4 levels times 5%. So add those together, and that's 100%. So you know for every dollar that goes into this bonus, you know exactly where that dollar is going, how it's being broken up. Okay? So, for example, if I joined your business on your level 1 because you personally sponsored me, and I joined with my $1,000 trade pack, well, that's $150, 15% into this bonus. And you're going to make 10% of the $150. So you make $15 from me. If someone else sponsored me and I ended up in your level 5 or 6 with my $1,000 trade pack purchase, $150 into the bonus, well, I'm on a 20% level for you. So you make 20% of the $150. That's $30. Or if I ended up on your level 7, 8, 9, or 10, someone else sponsored me, you're going to earn 5% of my $150 contribution to the unilevel. 5% is $7.50. Now, here's the great thing about this unilevel. In addition to me contributing to the unilevel earnings for you over and over and over again, because I'm going to climb the trade package ladder to 2,000, to 3,000, to 5,000, to 7,000, and so on, you're going to continue to get a contribution in your unilevel from me every single time I do. But in addition to that, you're going to get a contribution from every single person in your unilevel. So from 3 teams down, 5 teams down, 7 teams down, it really doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. Even if you only sponsor 1 person, that can still continue to grow organically for you. One friend adds 3, who adds 5, who adds 7, and you're going to benefit from all of that as long as you stay qualified through the 10 levels of the unilevel. But here's where things get really neat. President's Club Ambassador and Global Ambassador also unlock a global bonus. Now, this is important because many of you are seeing very quick organic growth to your unilevel. In other words, you're getting to level 10 very quickly. And so one of the ways that you're going to maximize your profit from this unilevel is to be able to earn past level 10. And that's what the global bonus does. Level 11 all the way through to infinity. It doesn't matter how large your unilevel team grows. It doesn't matter what shape it is. You're going to be able to benefit from activity in all of it. And that's why hitting these ranks is so important. So we're going to talk about how you hit these ranks in just a couple of minutes. All right, last bonus for us to discuss with you is something called a matrix. It's a force matrix bonus, and you can see there's some numbers after it, 3 by 10. Now, these numbers are really important because they're showing you some distinctions between the last bonus, which was your unilevel, and your forced matrix. Now, one of the things that's very interesting about this matrix bonus is your level 1 can only fit a maximum of 3 people. In your other bonus, your unilevel, remember I said you could personally sponsor 5, 10, 25, 125, it doesn't matter. They're all on your level 1. Here, there's only room for 3 people. And so, for example, if you did share cfX with 5 people, well, only the first 3 can fit on your level 1. The next 2 are going to have to find another home. Now, if those first 3 people on your level 1 very quickly shared with 3 of their own friends, your remaining 2 friends cannot even find a home on level 2. They're going to have to drop down to level 3 or somewhere else. So that means this creates a stacking effect. And the stacking effect means that you can potentially earn in your matrix from people beyond those that are in your team. And that's why all those arrows are at the top of the screen. You can see people dropping down below other people from all sorts of other positions. In fact, this bonus was deliberately designed for those individuals who are customers and never have any intention of sharing cfX with anybody. They still actually have an opportunity for people to drop down below them in their matrix and earn a matrix paycheck, even though they have never and will never share cfX with anybody. That becomes a really powerful bonus. Now, why did the owners of the company develop it this way? It's simple. It's because every single person, customer or team builder, all of them are contributing to the money that gets shared in this bonus. So it's only fair that customers have an opportunity to earn from this bonus as well. Okay, so let's take a look at how you earn. First of all, there's a 20% withdrawal fee that's pulled back every single time that you make a withdrawal. Now, when you're only withdrawing your first $100 or a couple $100, it's not a significant fee, but as you move into thousands and tens of thousands of dollars with your withdrawals, as your businesses grow, that 20% withdrawal fee becomes quite substantial. Now, if you take a look at the middle paragraph, that 20% withdrawal fee is divided amongst 3 bonuses. Half of it goes to the bonus that you see on the screen right now. 10% of it goes to a match, and the remaining 40% goes to a leadership rank bonus. At the bottom below that, you can see a warning sign or a caution sign. This is not a profit center for cfX. This is very important. This was not designed to be a money collection for them. This is designed to be bonuses for you, all 3 bonuses. So let's talk about how you realize or receive these bonuses. Take a look at the numbers on the right-hand side of the graphic. 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. Okay, all percentages. Now add those percentages together, you also get 100%, just like in the unilevel, so you know exactly where every dollar is being distributed in this bonus. All the bonuses are completely transparent. The other thing that's great about these bonuses is that they are reoccurring, just like the unilevel was, just like the fast start was. This is also a reoccurring bonus. You're going to earn again every single time anyone in your matrix does a withdrawal. Okay, so let's give you an example of how you would be paid. Let's say someone on your level 7, I'm picking level 7, it's the biggest 30% payout, so the biggest splash. Now remember, this is growing in multiples of 3 because top levels for each person can only have 3 people. 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, etc. Well, level 7 can only fit a maximum of 2,187 people. Now, that is not a guarantee that you're going to fill up your level 7 with 2,187 people. It simply means that there's space for that many people. But let's say one person, one of the people inside your level 7 is doing a $1,000 withdrawal. Small, medium-sized withdrawal, okay? A $1,000 withdrawal means a 20% fee would be $200. Now, if half of that $200 fee is going into this bonus, that's $100 from a $1,000 withdrawal that's going into your matrix. And you're going to earn a piece of that. Depends on where that person is in your matrix. We've already said they're on your level 7, so that's a 30% payout level. So the $100 contribution they've just made to your matrix, you're going to receive $30 from that. And all of the other levels will receive the remaining $70. It'll be broken up amongst the other 9 levels. That's how the matrix works. And the best part is, of course, as individuals within your business continue to have more success, whether it's just from trading and climbing the trade package ladder or a combination of trading and other bonuses, ultimately their withdrawals will grow and their contributions to your matrix will grow. Okay, the forced matrix, the matching. That's the circle you see just off center on the left-hand side, 10% match. What does it mean? Very simple. Anyone that you've personally referred to the platform, they're going to earn a matrix just like you're earning a matrix. And you're going to earn a 10% matching bonus from any number of individuals that you've personally referred to the platform. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the different steps in the trade package ladder that trigger unlocking multiple levels of the matrix, all the way up to a $30,000 trade package, which unlocks levels 9 and 10 of your matrix. Okay. Last page, and that is the leadership program. Now remember, when we were going through the trade package ladder, there was 3 lines of text that we defined. The first was the Academy pack. That's the 30% that went to that product sale. The second was trade pool deposit. That's the 70% that's going to go to work for you in the Forex market. And the third said leadership points. And remember, the leadership point value was half of the value of your trade pack. So if you take a look, what is required to hit executive? Well, take a look. It says 500 PVP. That's personal volume points. Half of the value of your trade pack. That means you need a $1,000 trade pack as a minimum to be an executive. You're required to be on a $1,000 trade pack. You need to refer a minimum of 3 people to the platform, and your total team volume from those 3 people down total team volume over a 30-day rolling period is 25,000 in group volume. Okay, so 30 days for that to grow. And I mentioned before, it's a rolling period. So for example, the 1st of February, those points don't go to zero. And the 1st of March, those points don't go to zero. It's a 30-day rolling. It makes it much easier for you. So for example, up to day 30, if you have 22,500 points, on day 31, the points from day 1 will drop off because the points from day 31 just got added to the total. On day 32, you add new points again, and so the points from day 2 will drop off. On day 33, points will get added again, and the points from day 3 will get dropped off. Very simple. That's the way it is. 30-day rolling, okay? Now, that's how you become an executive. A minimum of 15,000 may come from one line of lineage or one team, and all the rest can come from the other multiple teams that you would have, okay? Now, the most important reason why it would be wise to have an objective of reaching executive is if you remember in the unilevel graphic, we showed you earning 20% on level 5 and level 6 from reaching executive. So that's a significant opening of that bonus when you reach one of the ranks. Notice it's also the highest paying levels. So the owners of the platform have deliberately made the highest payout in the unilevel the easiest thing for you to reach, okay? Very important. How do you become manager? Well, you help 2 people become executives. You've just become an executive yourself. Now you're an expert in doing it. Help 2 others become executive, you become manager. Help 2 others become manager and you become director. And this is how you climb this leadership program, okay? Takes time and dedication, but if you're determined to do it, you absolutely will. All right, there are prizes that go along with each one of these rank advancements. The executive prize is a pretty cool, this paper-thin iPad Air with the collapsible keyboard and all of the other features that the new iPads come with. This is a $900 value. Or, of course, you can, 900 US dollars, by the way, all these figures are in USD. Or you can receive 75% of that value in BTC if you so desire. When you hit the rank of manager, a very significant jump in value of prizes, a $10,000 prize. This is a Rolex worth $10,000. Or of course, and his or her, depending on who's building the business. Or of course, you can take 75% of the value of this in BTC sent directly to your BTC wallet. When you finally are sick of being stuck at home and are ready to start traveling again, Director's Prize is a trip for 2 anywhere in the world, 5-star, $15,000 in value. Anywhere you decide to go, okay? Or of course, you can also take 75% of the value of this in a prize, BTC prize as well. Anything Porsche manufactures when you reach President's Club, up to $100,000. Now, the cool thing about the President's Club prize, and in fact, I think the most important thing, is remember, this is the first rank where you're unlocking that infinity bonus on your unilevel. So now you're earning from level 11 to infinity, not just up to 10 levels deep in your unilevel. So this is a very significant accomplishment. And then a Ferrari, $200,000 towards anything Ferrari manufactures for ambassador. And then finally, global ambassadors up to $500,000 towards anything Lamborghini manufacturers, or again, 75% of the value in BTC. So with that, I want to thank all of you. I've seen a great deal of participation inside the chat. Very much appreciated all of the questions that guests or new members or guests have been sending in, and all of the support and all of the anecdotal information regarding your climbing trade package ladders, etc., that guests or members rather have shared as well. So with that, I want to thank you very much for your time and attention. Remember, we get together twice a week, so we'll meet at the same place again, at the same time again on Friday. I hope all of you have a fantastic week ahead of you. Very best of luck with everything, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few days.
No, right. Spin back yet? Spin back yet? Okay. You had to go and no, just look after Andrew's children while Andrew they had to go and look at the house thing. Yeah.